Hey there, EverlongMystic here. So this is going to be a reading for Ophiuchus, whichever way you want to say it. I like both. All right, actually, let's do one more shuffle. Ophiuchus. Oh. All right, we're starting with Lafruma. We have Wild Ox. Let me get one more Lafruma here. All right, so Wild Ox, Untamable. It's definitely, it kind of feels like something might be unleashed, but I don't know. There's a delicacy about it. It's like wild and delicate at the same time. Cautious, probably. All right, let's get the clarifiers. So, Ophiuchus, everything we need to clarify. Everything we need to clarify. Okay. All right, we have the Page of Wands here, and this is looking straight at it, like she's looking directly at us here. It's like standing to attention for something. I kind of want to say that this Page of Wands is observing this, whatever this is over here. This thing that is like both wild and docile, or wild and cautious at the same time. It feels, I mean, it could be something nature, like nature related, like an animal or something. And then we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups here, it's like there is, like, you know, there's an underlying tinge of remorse or sadness, but it seems like it's a little bit more wistful than, almost like a wistful remembrance of something. It's weird. It's almost like this person is kind of like in this daydreamy kind of state, and they're I don't know, it's like they're envisioning this scene right here, like maybe in the forest where there's some water trickling, maybe some nature spirits or something. And then we have hail, weathering. Wow, this is like, I'm not gonna lie, right now this makes no sense to me. So we need the clarification. Because like going from this super peaceful kind of scene right here with the Four of Cups to going to hail, weathering, like, you know, it's like cascading and crashing and dashing in our faces and painful stabbing. Like it doesn't like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't flow right. So why? It's like there's something else at play here. We have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands can be very cautious. I don't know. It's like, I mean, part of me wants to say like elementals messing with you. Are there elementals messing with you? Because they can be a little bit fiery. And We have the Queen of Wands. This is you in your this is you in your full glory. Something doesn't want me to do this message. Something does not want me to do this message. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it and get a drink. Okay, so I'm taking another look at this hail weathering. There is something here at the very bottom, the last section. It says, after like the crashing and the dashing and the painful stabbing wounds, it says that must be felt before they melt and flow away. That, I think, is important here because in this Four of Cups, which looks as if it's not so Four of Cupsy, right? It's like it doesn't seem very, sad and withdrawn and just, in emotional woes. It just looks kind of wistful and dreamy. So perhaps this person here is not actually feeling the hail, the weathering they're supposed to be feeling. I don't know if this is a form of bypassing or something, but whatever it is on the outside, like the elements or elementals or something, it's like they're doing their best to have this melt, because like you could see wishing for it to melt away, right? Here it's like please let my troubles melt away. And here it's like, well, you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it for it to melt away. And then it's like, I'm serious, right? Because this is like the end goal, like to get you completely embodied in your full power. We're talking, this is a lot of mental and spiritual power. Okay, Queen of Wands, mental. Golden flower, just sparkling above her head, spiritual, right? So let's get more oracle. We're going to use Shaman's Dream. All right, we'll do 2 here. We'll do 2 here. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the tarot out. Now let's do this. I hate this card. Okay, we have Joyful Muse, Inspiration. It feels like it's too silly for the deck. It's too silly. It's card number 33. That might be important for someone, but it's the Joyful Muse, Inspiration. And to me, I feel like it is kind of like, haha, I was trying to trick you kind of energy. I feel like that might actually be for me. Because when I paused it, I'm like, you're not going to bully me into not finishing this reading. I think that's for me. So take it for what you will. All right, so we have the Wheel. We have the King of Wands. So the Wheel here, I like that it's the Weavers. You've got these 3 figures here. These are the Weavers of Fate here. So there's something going on under your tree here. Like something is being orchestrated, and it's up to you to discern whether this is for your best interest or not. Because right after this orchestration here, this weaving, is this King of Wands, and in this deck, he is very vampire-like. And so sometimes you can trust a vampire, sometimes you can't. Really depends on what show you're watching, what book you're reading. I feel like vampires can go either way. Good vampires, bad vampires, whatever, But you need to discern whether some kind of energy around you can be trusted. Now, I will say that this hail weathering, like feeling certain emotions in order to let them pass, is excellent advice. Yay, live for that. That's excellent advice. Now, but I'm still a little bit suspicious about whether these elementals that are around you are genuine or not, or if they're just playing. So, I don't know. That's interesting. Dude, seriously. Look at that, like little elementals here. What's going on? So, card 26 here, it's gathering around the powers of community. Now, that's kind of talking about like the mycelium and the way, kind of like how mushrooms are like the brain of the earth. And that's interesting because we have this kind of purpose, or this goal or something of you to be fully embodied in your mental and spiritual powers or whatever. Like the peak health, right? Peak mental health, peak spiritual health are here. And in this card, this gathering around, it looks as if the elementals are helping. So, I don't know. Okay, so then we got Seven of Cups. This is your choice. Wow, this is so weird. It's almost like the universe is asking you to further develop your kind of energetic skills, like your senses, right? Because you've got Seven of Cups, which is usually a lot of choices, right? But sometimes it could lead to confusion, hence the moon, right? But not if you're in your full mental, spiritual, health, right? Power, whatever. Then you can discern. So here we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, and that's perfecting your craft, right? That is fine tuning details. It's like once you get the hang of it, it's like this energy just exudes from you. Like you almost don't even have to try. It just takes a little bit of practice. If you don't feel like you're totally there yet, and when I say totally there, I mean, I can tell you right now you are there, but if you want to be this level there, it just takes a little practice. So next we have, oh my gosh, another elemental type spirit, Spirit of the River. I'm getting goosebumps here. Oh, movement toward adventure, Spirit of the River. This is kind of speaking of Akashic, dipping into the Akashic. And the memories. There's so many memories in the water. Ancient memories. So here we have the world coming up next. And for me, the world card in this deck, it looks, like a combination of the world, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the moon. It's a bit, I want to say it's like the world is big, right? This is a big energy. I think this is talking about a big, giant energy. Some huge freaking energy that you are, it's like you're on the brink of, ew, weird. I was going to say detecting, but in my mind I was saying diagnosing. Diagnosing? I don't know. You're on the brink of something. And so we have the Four of Wands here. What is this saying? There's no reflection here. It's interesting. Okay, so On this Four of Wands, it's kind of like talking about the specialness of you, your own uniqueness, your own specialness. And the thing is, it's weird because this is like a mirror, but there's no she's not being reflected in the mirror. Not reflected. It's like there's some part of you that is not meant for others to see. It's like for your own, it's just for your own self. It's not supposed to be reflected to others. And it's something huge. Something very huge. I think it has something to do with some of the things that you can hear, see, smell, feel, like some of those psychic things. Like they're not meant to be shared or something. Like it's just for you. It's like taking a dip in the Akashic waters. There's like it's like a form of respect or something. Because like even here, like with this kind of Hierophant vibes that I get from this, it's like this person is respected. Even the High Priestess would be like totally respected. You're respecting the energy. Ooh, what is this? Okay, so we have the Netcaster here. This is interesting. Well, everything's interesting, right? Isn't it? Everything is. Okay, Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. I honestly am on the fence about this because I feel like I can see the light. I can see the light version and the dark version of this card at the same time. I mean, part of me sees spirit coming in and like kind of catching you and teaching you a few things, right? Like, here, let me bring you up to my level and I'm going to show you some things, okay? And then on the other hand, it reminds me of like those, like that mythology where you've got that person or that what not even a person. Um like in the sea where they cast the net and they lure fishermen to their death or something like that. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's almost like there's something like mega spiritual, this big energy, like whether it's a deity or what, and they're completely balanced. They are just as insanely beautiful and good as they are capable of the darkest dark. It's crazy. It's not crazy, but it's interesting. I don't know. I don't know why this is coming out for you. Probably because you're one of the few that can actually access this and one, not let it go completely to your head, and two, not go crazy. Not go insane. All right, let's see. So we have the Four of Swords here, and this is, gosh, it's like waiting for something. This is waiting way too long for something. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Aww. Well, I don't want to leave on a kind of sad note here, but it feels as if you've been waiting a long time for somebody like you. I mean, there's cobwebs on these clocks here. You've been waiting so long for, like, I mean, I don't know, this sounds kind of elitist or whatever, but like people on your level, people with the same abilities, people, I don't know. It's like you're waiting for that time to come where you can like get with these special people and do your thing. But until then, you're being asked to keep it to yourself. And perhaps that's what this netcaster is doing. Maybe this is actually spirit, like kind of fishing. You know what I mean? Like fishing, like casting a net and bringing these people towards you. That could be what this is. Well, you can decide. Use your discernment, because this reading is all about your discernment. So, weird. Alright, sorry if this was too weird, but this is what I got. Alright, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.